Hi, welcome to this week's strength and conditioning for runners session. It's an at-home session today in my COVID cave for the day, and hopefully we'll be able to get a worthwhile session done. Similar format, 40 seconds worth of work, just 15 seconds rest instead of 20 today. All the normal sort of exercises, lower body work, single leg stuff, some balance and some stability stuff, some range of movement work and some floor exercises, all the sort of things that we're familiar with, not trying to introduce you to anything new. Today we'll save that for our in-person sessions. All you need is a bit of space. Hopefully you'll be able to see pretty much everything that we do today during the session. You don't need any other kit. Just make sure you're not going to kick anything when you're moving around. Perhaps a drink as we go through. This workout will last about half an hour or so. I'll put a link in separately for a bit of a cool down and some stretching, so you can just flow into that if you've got the time and as you wish. Okay, right, we'll get going, and yeah, we'll catch up as we go along. We will have little breaks as we go through, but mainly just those 15-second tight turnarounds between exercises. Okay, see you in a bit. Right, first of all then, normal sort of start. Give those arms big circles back. And then throw your arms out wide. Then up towards the corners. And then roll from side to side. Get all that creaking out of the body. And then back to the middle, the normal hip circles. And the other way. Then back to the middle, hands by your side, just leaning over. Coming back up, other side. Keeping those legs nice and stiff, heels down on the floor. And then from there, organise your legs in a good squat position, feet a bit wider than your shoulders, and squat down and up. Pulling yourself down towards the floor, pushing the knees out as you go down, open up the hips. Now carry on, add a knee lift if you can. Good, a few more. Alright, from there take a good step into a split squat. Down and up. Bending well through both legs. Again, pulling yourself down towards the floor. One more, change legs. Everything's pointing forward. This knee isn't dropping over to the middle, pointing frontwards. Stand up, legs wide, rock across. Keeping those feet apart, don't let them come any closer together. Don't just fall back down. When you feel that instability, try and figure it out, improve the balance. Last one. Stand on that one leg, balance, up and down, just there. Try not to slouch in that standing hip, keep the hips up tall. One more, change sides. Not trying to lift the leg really high. 4, 3, 2, then stand on one leg. A little bit of balance, hands pointing down, single leg squat. Nice and steady. Start small. You can gradually make it a little bit bigger. Ignore the music now, just carrying on. As we progress the warm up a bit further. One more. And change legs. Now with these one leg squats, our options are we don't go too far, so we just go for the knees or the shins. Or if we're doing alright, we might aim to get towards the socks. If we need to, you can just rest your big toe down on the floor. That's going to give you a bit of support. But it's not a big step like a split squat, it's just for a bit of balance and support. Because we're at home, if you need to hold on to something, then we've got options there as well. Pause there. Last little bit, back into squats. Squat down, hold down here. Elbows inside the knees, hands together. Push the knees out and just twist around a little bit. And then come back up. Same again, good squat down. Elbows inside. Bit of a twist. Your heels might lift up a little as you rotate. And back up. One more go. And back up. Okay, so it should be a little bit more limber, ready to go, a bit warmer, and we'll crack on to our main workout. This is going to have squats into a leg curl, full squat down into a leg curl, reverse tap downs, so from there, touching back, coming back up, and your Cossack squats, which is your wide stance from side to side. Twice through. When we're ready, squat position first, off we go. Squat down, leg curl, squat down, drive up into that leg curl. Pace wise, you can aim for the music, aim just for your own pace, and go faster or slower. Just throughout the session, I want quality to be the guide rather than going fast just because the music tells you to. Keep it going. Last few seconds. And pause. So, reverse taps. We'll stand on our right leg. Good balance, so you're going to reach back as far as you feel you can, dipping your toes down behind you. Ready? Off we go. Nice and strong and stable in that standing side. So by having shorter recoveries today, those 15 seconds instead of 20, doesn't sound a lot, but it will just keep the intensity in the workout a little bit more, particularly as it's a shorter session overall. Last one. And pause. Getting ready, we're going on to the left foot now. It's this way. So standing on the left. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Again, you're not really weight bearing on that back foot, you're just tapping the toe on the ground. Now try not to hide that foot behind your standing leg. Try and go straight back. If you do hide it behind, you tend to twist and you change the angle of your knee. Straight back allows you to load that standing hip a little bit better. Last one. And pause. Next up is your Cossack squat. So this is your wide stance. When you think you're wide enough, you go just a little bit more. We'll be squatting to one side, we'll come back up, we'll be squatting to the other. Ready? Off we go. Again, don't stress the pace. We're moving away from a straight leg, squatting to one side. By straightening the leg, it's going to take the work into your hips and groin, rather than putting an uncomfortable load on the inside of that knee. When you're happy with where you're going, then you can speed it up a little bit. And pause. Well done. 84 exercises. We repeat that, and that's the end of our first block. So we restart with the squats into leg curls. So good squat stance again. Perhaps see if we can speed these up a little bit this time. Still a good deep squat. Driving away from the floor, pulling your heel towards your bum. So even though we've added the leg curl to it today, just to get the heart rate up a little bit more as much as anything, really try and maintain the quality of the actual squat. Keep it going. And relax. Good. Then we're into the reverse taps again. We'll start standing on our right leg. 3, 2, left leg goes back, off we go. If you feel okay with these, try bringing them through into that knee lift and toe lift at the front. If you're really struggling with the balance, just bring it in so that it's next to the other one. Driving away from the floor, strong push through the feet or the foot. Last one. Well done. Standing on the left foot this time. Again, just check your space. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Up into a knee if we feel balanced. Again, nice and strong, reaching straight backwards. Try not to swing the leg behind your standing one. And pause. And it was your Cossack squats to finish this group. Again, wide stance. Get yourself set. Break at the hips, so push your bum back. Do it this way this time. And over we go. Again, straight legs as you move away from it. Last 12 seconds, keep it going. And pause. Well done. We'll pause it there, grab yourself a quick drink if you need one, before we start our next circuit. So, hopefully you're doing well. Feel like you've got going and into it. Always feels a bit harder at home, the room's a bit warmer, not as much air blowing around, so keep working, doing well. So next circuit is going to have single leg squats, some press ups, and some floor, lying on your back, single leg hip thrusters. I'll worry about that when we get there. So to begin with, it's single leg squats. We looked at those in the warm up. You can rest your big toe on the floor, or like I said, because you're at home, you might have access to hold on to something. Do whatever you need to do, just keep the quality in what you're doing. Okay, so we're going to start in 10 seconds time. Alright, 5 seconds, we'll start on our right leg, and off we go. And prioritise your balance. Once you've got your balance, then try and make your moves that little bit bigger. Use something to hold on to if you need to, or rest that back foot down on the floor a little bit, but just keep as much of the work as possible through that one side. When we're stood on one leg, we're asking the hips and the pelvis to stabilise us, as well as do the effort of actually pushing, and that's obviously what we're doing when we're running and we land on that one leg. Pause there. Moving on to the left leg. Again, get your balance, set yourself up. We do this 2 times, so maybe on the second set, off we go. You can try a slightly harder option. Even though everything we do today is just body weight, we can progress these exercises without needing to add extra weight. We either go a little bit bigger on the range of movement, so a bit lower on the squat, or go a bit faster, so we try and get more squats done in the allotted time, so the work rate goes up. Or, absolutely brilliant, add some weight to it. Dumbbells in your hands, kettlebells, whatever in this particular exercise. Pause there. Next up, press ups. Down on the floor. These will be fun. So you can go on your knees. We're all on our hands, but try and do them on your toes as much as possible. Off we go. Nice and strong through the arms, chest, shoulders, but also the body. Don't let your back just collapse down. And try not to stick your bum in there too much. Good straight legs. And if you are on your knees, try and keep the load in that upper body and not just a nod in your head. And relax. Run to your back next. Lying down, bridge position. We'll do the right side first, so lift the left foot, single leg thruster off that right leg. Ready? Off we go. Up, down, and repeat. Nice and sharp as we push up and away from the floor. Some creaky floorboards in here. Although, that could be me. Nice and strong, driving up. This spare leg, this left leg on this occasion is passive. We're not swinging it upwards. Leave the work to the right hand side and pause. Changing legs. So left leg's doing the work this time, right leg raised. Ready, and off we go. Okay, good strong firing up of your hamstring, your bum, quads. We're not just sticking the ribs up in the air. We're not just going up here. Keep the ribs down and get the hips to raise up and down. Nice and stable. We're not swinging from side to side. And relax. Well done, we're back on our feet. We haven't got long. All the way up. It was a single leg squats that we started with. So on our right leg. Remember, grab something for a bit of balance if you need to. Ready, right leg, what does the work? Off we go. So remember how to make this a harder exercise. Try and go a little bit lower. In future you can add weight to it, or try and do more of them in the allotted time. Or you can even add a bit of a pause in there as well. That makes the exercise a little bit more challenging. And relax, good. Getting ready on that left side. So balancing on the left foot. And off we go. So if we just did this exact same session week after week, after a few weeks you'd start to lose the benefits you were gaining from those first weeks of doing it because it was new. So we need to keep trying to progress it. That's why I've mentioned a few times options to keep yourself challenged. So make the exercises a bit harder. That's the same with all the exercises we do, and as well when you're doing stuff on your own in your own homework. And that's why lifting heavier things in the gym is a good complement to this sort of stuff as well. Relax, well done. Press ups were next. Back down on the floor. So hands just a bit wider than your shoulders. Brace the body and away we go. Another option for your press ups, if you feel like on your knees is too easy but full ones is a bit hard, add that rotation that we've done in the class. That means you're going to do less press ups, but the weight is on your arms and your shoulders and the body all the way through. So either add that rotation or just keep your traditional press ups going. And relax. Back on our back again for the thrusters. Lie down, right foot's doing the work, left foot lifted, off we go. Really trying to fire up the hamstrings, the glutes, pelvis is level. Nearly there, keep the work rate going. Last couple. And pause, well done. Get yourself ready. Left leg. Right leg raised. Off we go. Again, good strong push through the floor. Feel the floor through that left foot. Drive yourself up and away. Again, we're still not swinging this spare leg. It's just raised and up out of the way. And pause, well done. That's your second circuit, done twice. Have a moment, grab yourself another drink if you need one. Hopefully still doing well. Slightly less accountability when you're at home doing it yourself, but I trust that you're doing the right things. Keep focusing on your form and your technique. Alright, next bit is split squats, ankle in, which is that one. Good straight legs, pulling the toes up and keeping both heels up throughout, and the side to side rocks that we did in the warm up. So there are our 3 exercises. We're obviously doing split squats on each side, so 4 minutes each circuit. Ready? Right leg forward first, back heel raised up off the floor, everything's pointing towards the front. Start slow and accurate first, and then you can build the pace to add a bit more intensity. Off we go. This is our last main circuit, the one where we're on our feet anyway. Again, how's that alignment looking on the front leg? You should be able to see your big toe just on the inside of that knee. If you can't see your big toe, possibly because your knee's just wandering inwards, it's not your knee's fault. You need to fire up your hips and your bum a bit more. Keeping that front heel rooted down. And pause. Change legs, put your left foot forward. Turn side on this time for it. Good stride, that heel is raised up. And from there, pull yourself down. Off we go. A slight lean forward from the hips is okay. You don't have to stay bolt upright. Just pulling yourself down towards the floor well. Again, when you're happy with the movement, you can add a little bit more speed and tempo to it. Five seconds. And relax. Good. So the next one was that ankling. You can move around or you can stay on the spot. Lift your heels up, heels are in the air, and then we're just walking around from our ankles rather than walking with our legs in our normal manner. So just moving around, or just keep your balance and stay on the spot. Lots of little repetitions, but keep those heels up throughout. Keep pulling the toes right up towards the shins. Just trying to build some ankle stiffness, lower leg stiffness, all positive when we're running. Hold there, side to side rocks. So we did these in the warm up. Feet are just a bit wider than the shoulders. Don't let that gap get any closer together. And off we go. Over, balance. Show me some time on one leg. Don't just fall straight back onto the other one. If you want to add a little bit of movement to it, you can. But again, don't let the feet get any closer together. Ten seconds. Keep the work in those hips and the bum. And pause. Once more through that circuit. So we started with the split squats. Right leg forward. Good stride again. Shoulders back. Getting ready to break through the hips and the knees, and down we go. So they are called split squats. So we are squatting down. Majority of the work, 2/3 is through the front leg, the other third through the back leg for balance and stability, but the push and the drive really is that front one. Again, staying stable, slow them right down if you need to. Good flex through that back leg, the heel stays up. And pause, well done. Left foot forward. And good stride, that back heel is raised up. brace, and off we go. So again, these are an exercise that are quite easily to progress. Keep the range nice and big. We could do more of them in the allotted time, or we can add some weights into our hands, or hold them up high, or have a bar on our back. That's going to create a bit of overload. It's going to challenge your body to get a bit better and stronger, and that's what we're trying to do. Pause. Good. Ankling again. Get ready, good straight legs, stiff legs. Lift the heels up, and then totter around. Pull the toes up towards the shins. Off we go. Good contact through the toes. Again, you can just try and stay on the spot, or you can go for a wander. Because you're at home, if you're really struggling with your balance, I don't mind if you hold on to stuff, just to keep the quality in the lower legs, which is the priority. The balance and instability is another good way of progressing exercises, and is where we're aiming to get to with this. And pause. Good. Side to side rocks again. Take those feet apart. Again, if you want to start moving around a bit, that's fine, but don't let that gap reduce. Off we go. Working those outer hips, the glutes. Spending a good portion of time on a single leg at a time. You decide when to change legs, rather than gravity and momentum. You don't have to have any particular pattern to where you're moving. And pause. Well done. That's the end of that circuit. Right, last bit of work. Couple of planks and some outer hip work lying on the floor. So first of all, come down onto your front, normal plank position. So normal plank position is going forearms and elbows. Should be alright if you're on a carpet. If you're on a hard floor, you might need a towel or a jumper or a mat if you've got one. So forearms and elbows underneath you. Legs are going to be straight. We don't want your bum sticking up in the air or your back collapsing down. We want a little bit of stiffness and tension through the body. Ready? Off we go. Straighten those legs. Pull everything up away from the floor. Nice and strong. Eyes looking towards your hands rather than towards your toes. If you look towards your toes, you tend to lift your bum. Eyes down towards the hands. Good strong shoulders as well. So this will be quite a short turnaround. We're going to do 40 seconds and then just the normal 15 and then another plank again. Five seconds. And pause. Don't go too far. 8 seconds. One more of those planks. Right, set yourself up, and we're in again. Now if you feel you're pretty strong with planks, you can try lifting alternate feet up off the floor, or you could even go from one arm to the other, or just stay strong and still and ride it out. "15 seconds to go. 10. And relax. Well done. This time, lying on your side, flat, good straight line through the body. Support your head, top leg, point your toes towards the floor. We're all going to do it together. 10 lifts up and down. Off we go. 5, 6, 7. One more. Then from there you're going to do circle from the hip. Doesn't have to be too big. 3, 4. Do 2 more. And then the other direction. 10, 9, 6, 5. Keep the toes pointing down. There, up and down to finish this side. 10, 9, dig in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, relax. Roll over onto the other side. Again, good straight line through the body. Head supported, top foot, up and down, off we go. 10. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then circles, any direction. Eight, 9, 10, and the other way. Keep all the movement from the hip, you're not just swinging your foot around. 3, 2, 1, and then up and down to finish it. 10, 9, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice work. Well done. So that's all the workout for today. I'm going to put a link to a bit of a stretch and a cool down, which will be underneath the description and the drop down on this video. So click onto that for 5 or 10 minutes just to finish off well. Other than that, I hope to see you again in person at some point soon. Keep working hard on this strength and conditioning. Sets you up to be continuous and consistent with your running, and doing more running is what will make you a better runner. So keep working on that. Don't be afraid to get in the gym and pick some heavy things up as you progress well. Get some good advice when you get in there. Make sure you keep your techniques sound. Look after what you're doing. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks' time. All right, well done.